Hello, good morning. Pardon me as I get my stuff all put together. Boy, I'm just running behind and all kinds of things, but hey, it's life. Greetings, Grumpy. Oh, thank you, Grumpy, for checking that out. Yeah, I'm running behind. I slept in. I'm running behind. Oh, there's been some updates. Oh, I'm glad the monk video is out, but thanks, Grumpy. It's very possible that the intro is the only good part, but you know, that's probably just the sad Tori talking, so we don't listen to it too much. It has been a little bit crazy, a little bit rough, and I feel like I've heard so many other people say that, or so many other streamers and such say that, but like, holy crap, you guys. In fact, I probably sound tired. I bet you. I'm a little out of my mind. I'll just put it that way. Playing Layers of Fear is kind of appropriate because I'm a little out of my mind. The last week has been crazy, stressful. Yeah, it's been not fun. Challenging and not fun. And I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be sitting here back hanging out with you, Grumpy. It feels like a little bit of normalcy. It feels like, oh, slow down. Okay, oh, good. It's just the Saturday stream. And I get my D&D players back today. Yay! So, I don't know if we'll actually get to D&D. We scheduled an extra hour to catch up on story stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Go away, Satori, you're making Slan grumpy. Well, we can't have that, can we? So instead, let's play a horror game? Question mark? I'm actually still trying to figure what I might want to play after, because I did not intend to play the entire Layers of Fear 2, or the entirety, because the second game is very long. And I didn't want to do that. Oh, I woke up my husband's computer. It's about to get bright. All right, here we are. Welcome back. We're about to find out what, that really does look like a little woman down there. I think we're good. We've got one chapter left. Yeah, Grumpy, exactly what you said. Getting to hang out is really nice. It's nice to slow down. Oh, and you're also talking about the group.
What he needed was a sharp focus. He had to finish it.
Today I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish this game probably in less than 2 hours, and then we'll start a new one. But in case I'm wrong.
In any case, as your lawyer, I advise you to refrain from any imprudent actions. In other words, don't do anything stupid. We still have a chance of winning this. Believe it or not, I've gotten clients out of deeper shit than this. Just don't make it any worse. Lay low for a while and let me appeal the court order. This social worker definitely has it in for you. We can use that to our advantage. Portray you as a victim of the system. A husband in mourning, a momentary lapse of reason, an overzealous bureaucrat. Trust me, this is our best option. Considering what you've been through lately, I'd say we have a good 50-50 chance of a good outcome. But not if you keep trying to convince everyone that you've gone completely insane. No more outbursts, no more rambling. Better yet, no public appearances whatsoever. You can still get your daughter, though.
Oh, he's talking... Okay. So that's the court information. He's trying to get his daughter back. So he lost his wife, either to the fire or to his own insanity. Because we still have the mystery of those pieces where he's... Whoop.
Home sweet home.
Whoa. Yeah, okay. What you talking about? My house looks like this. No, I'm kidding. Holy home sweet home. Alright, our volume's a little high there. I think I'm going to adjust that down just a little bit because I'm talking a little quieter because, well... Hello, Heathen. Good morning, sir. Come to see us as we peruse through Total Insanity. That's what I feel like right now. Oop, drip.
Auditorium is ready.
I feel like this guy truly has just fell into insanity. Although, the other pieces that we were picking up at the ends of the chapters were talking about Delirious. Okay, so wait a minute, I've got choices. I kind of want to go see what's down this other path. So one of the pieces we picked up was a chunk of hair, and he talked about using it like a paintbrush. The first piece we picked up was skin. Alright, guys. Am I gonna miss my... Oh, alright, fine. Those all-important choices, no choices sections. Is that where we're at? Well, it has green paint, so we'll call it. Okay, that actually made me jump a little. Not gonna lie, that actually made me jump.
Why would I need that? Are you insane?
I mean, defense, or to have, or, you know, for a lot of people, it's a sport, actually. And then there's hunters. I don't know. I'm an American, so of course, to me, having a gun is totally normal, but, you know, it's not to everybody. Important thing to remember that there are other cultures out there. I actually have a 9mm myself, but the funny part about having a gun is having the awareness of your own skill level with that gun, because there's a lot of people, well, especially near where I live, there's a lot of people who own guns, and because like I said, it's kind of normal, but at the same time, you know, you talk about a self-defense situation, but in reality, there's a skill, like if you don't take care of it, if you don't practice with it, if you don't have skill with it, it's I don't want to say as useless, but it's pretty useless and dangerous, particularly dangerous. You know, I'd be just as effective with a knife if you don't practice with it, if you don't gain skill with it. It's you know, how beneficial is it really?
Precious silverware.
Okay, precious silverware. Oh, I like that. I like that vase. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, I do know a lot of people who spend a lot of time getting very, very, very good and very skilled with their weapons, but that's creepy. Oh, is that a bottle? Okay, back to the game.
June. Don't forget.
I'm guessing that's either an anniversary or the daughter's birthday. Yeah, as Heathen says, yay guns. So long as you're careful with it and you're not just being willy-nilly about it. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Isn't there a monster in Resident Evil 1 that looks like this? It's like a plant that you get caught in. Simultaneously, the scene from Megamind where she stands back and all of the papers. Okay, what do all of these say? Because some of them just says finish. Alright, there's a lot of papers here. Wow, okay, well, we'll start here. Finish. Yeah, I saw that
A
one.
little bit more and it will be finished. Nothing will stop me from finishing it.
You're seriously losing your mind, dude. I don't think you should have a weapon.
Just finish it.
You're clearly...
Finish. Finish. Find it in yourself and finish it.
Okay. Whoa, whoa. Okay. These set pieces are like very new and very different to me. I mean, the last of the last of the other layers of fear was very like this, where it was just kind of black goop everywhere and strange set pieces, but we didn't get an item? Okay, well, we've been picking up notes everywhere else. Alright, well, let's just keep going, I guess. They are watching. Alright, here we go. Saw a keyhole, thought I was gonna need a key there. Let's keep going.
Do you mind explaining this to me?
Ooh, gross.
I know what it is. Care to tell me how it got in my workshop? Stop lying! We both know it couldn't have gotten there on its own.
Except you and I, as the player, know about the crazy rat lady. So he's blaming somebody, probably like a servant or maybe even his daughter, for a dead rat. But it's clearly Rat Lady, the possessed painting from the lighthouse.
Right. Just one more can and be ready. Look at you. Who's a dead boy? Who's a dead boy? You are.
That's kind of creepy, given the I gathered 42. Oh, that painting right there. That painting. Now here's the interesting thing. That painting was in the 2016 original game. So, in fact, I believe this room with those paintings all back to back to back from each other was actually a set piece in the original game. In the original game, they all fall to the floor and the room catches on fire. And in the original game, when I saw that set piece, I was like, what is this? Like, it was the most random nonsense. Like, I couldn't figure out the significance of why this painting? What's the big deal with the rat light? It made no sense to me. It came out of nowhere. But now, with the further context from the story from the lighthouse, it takes on a whole new meaning. Yeah, because see, there's paintings on all sides. Now fall to the floor.
Nest in this emptiness.
And then, yeah, rats come out or something. Didn't catch on fire though. Oh shite. Does that mean I'm supposed to go that way? I don't like having to deal with her. I also don't like the pitch blackness. It's not fun. Okay, let's go further down the road, further down the road. Alright, here we go, here we go. We heard her reform. She's reforming. We don't want to lose too much lantern. I can see it there. Okay, no, we don't want to burn too much lantern. There we go. Got good range. Need good range. Holy crap. Okay, this is completely devoid of anything. Went down a dead end. Okay. Oh god! Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh, how I didn't die during that, I have no idea. Is there like a pathway? Nope. She is really slow and she's not running this time, which I'm okay with. Alright, we're just gonna... Okay, so I guess we are supposed to go through that door. Thanks, Rat Lady, for like sending other scary lady after me. That's not nice. At least I can hear her footsteps. I can tell if she's actually running or not. That's handy information to have. I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm getting space in between while you run. Oh, what? Are we in like... Okay, nope. Is she gonna burst through the door? Okay. She hasn't burst through the door yet, but the music is still playing like she's gonna come chase us. That part makes me nervous. I don't like the, she's...
Don't leave me.
Oh, man. I don't want to leave you. I was trying to pick the family ending. But, like, I think the game made me do it.
To kill to be able to work. I will. I need to finish it.
That's not a good... Alright, let's go this way. Or let's see. Let's just, like, peek behind the door and see. Okay, let's see what's behind this other door. I feel like we missed something during that sequence. I'm a little like, What's over here? Okay, well this seems like normal house, so we're just gonna go this way. Except for it's totally not normal houses. And we've made a choice. Glorious. Alright. Oh man, I need more coffee. Coffee! So much more coffee required. Sleepy, sleepy. Yeah, no, there was a whole lot of stuff, I guess you could call. Oh, we're gonna end up here anyways. Alright, well, that's fine. Ooh, hey. Hey, sir. Light that candle? No? Okay. Let's see. There's that vase again. The vase that was animated weird. Wow, I remember that from the first episode now. Oh, okay, we can't go this way. Alright, Grumpy. All good. All good. We're happy to have you here. Lurkers of all kind. Wait, are we like Oh! Oh, jeez. I'll jump on the vase. Alright. See, I know that animated vase was going to do something eventually. I just had to play through most of the rest of the game to do it. Can't light that candle. Alright, now I am a little genuinely confused. Oop, oh, what? Can I, like, kick through the furniture? Am I not being aggressive enough? It's a lot of crap. Alright, wait, hold on. Is there, Huh. Like a path that looks like path. Am I just supposed to like look up and follow that? Well, I tried. Nope, okay. So how do I like switch so that I'm on the ceiling? Because it feels like that's what I need to do. It feels like I need to... Feels like I need to switch to be on the ceiling. Oh wait, is there like a... Can I get up there? Let's see what else we got over here. Do I have to go deal with Scary Lady? Did I miss something in that hole? Nope. No. Oh no, I'm trapped in here now. Can I knock over more furniture? Alright. Clearly a sign of sleepy brain. Thought there for a minute. Is there something for me to burn? Is there something behind the painting? Can I knock over the painting? No. Okay. Clearly I'm supposed to be able to get behind there at some... Oh, hey. Okay, so wait. If I go over there, and I come around here, and I pick up the item...
You have to see it. It won't be finished until you see it.
Now I'm on the... Okay, here we go. Now I'm in the goop.
To create is to reach into chaos, and chaos is darkness. Warm, soft, swarming. He understood it in the end. Will you?
I don't know about the whole chaos bit. I don't know about the whole to create is chaos, but
What
last
music
week was
should we
certainly
choose for
chaotic.
the exhibition? A waltz? A march? A requiem?
Okay. Ruby? I got to the end of my path. I did what I was supposed to do, guys. I got to the end of my path. Did I? Oh, wait. Am I supposed to go? Wait. Is it this way? No, there's a candle in my way. I can't go that way. There's goop. Oh, wait. No, there is. I'm supposed to go this way? Alright, like, now I'm genuinely confused because the paint just stops. It reminds me of King Crimson's song Discipline. I listened to the, I already forget the name because of course I would, but, the composer that Grumpy suggested to me that does music that's, you know, reminiscent of the music from this game. Wow, this is like actually, let's see. The more I look at it, the more I like it. No matter how I look at it, it remains consistent, but they never say what it is. Alright, yes, that's the one, Grumpy. That's the one. I pulled up a couple of videos and it was like really relaxing. Okay, so I wonder if I'm supposed to affect something here, go back to the table, and wonder if like the trail of paint is me kind of, if I'm leaving behind the trail of paint. Alright. I can't go this way, right? I can't go that way. So I wonder if I'm supposed to go back to that little area behind that one painting, do something, it flips it back upside down. Nope. No? I feel like I'm missing something really obvious, probably. See, following the path. Following the path. No, I missed my usual coffee, but that's okay. Yeah, basically I had to, like, get up every hour to 2 hours, so... oh, wait.
I shouldn't try to contain my art in the workshop. The world is my canvas. The work is never finished.
Pardon me as I get some sips of water in there. Okay. So now I'm on the other side of the room. But I can go... I should be able to go around. Yeah. I had semi the right idea. Okay, that's not the right place or angle to burn that from. This is the right place or angle to burn that from. And collection piece, the first in this whole level. Well, we're actually still early in the level, aren't we? Green and red paint. Now we're supposed to think of green paint as... I don't want to burn the violin.
I see the way she looks at me. Are you sure you'll finish this commission, she asks. Doubt in her eyes. Sometimes I just want to...
Hey, wait a minute. Like, we actually get a picture of them? Like, with their faces? Huh. that's like actually them. I don't think we in the entirety of the first game, I don't think you ever get their. Oh, I see the symbolism here. I don't think you ever get their faces. All right, symbolism. We had a bit of a heat wave, temperature above 30 degrees. I think it's in the 90s and 30 degrees Celsius. I didn't sleep well for most of the week. Oof, yeah, heat waves will do that. We're cold and rainy here, but we're supposed, well, kind of sort of supposed to be cold. Was it June? I guess Cut Bank was supposed to get like snow or something. I was like, yay! My mom just moved to Cut Bank, which has a kind of a reputation around here as being sort of middle of nowhere. Probably why the house was so inexpensive for her. I mean, it is a nice house, and it was a lot for what she paid for it.
Go.
I'm supposed to let go, okay, but I'm not holding anything. Physically, anyways. Oh, he's just gonna keep doing that. I don't need to like hold it down or anything. Well, by letting go, am I supposed to like cut the painting? Oh, hey, let go.
This isn't right.
Let go.
To find greatness, to find me, you must embrace chaos.
But I thought we were doing what the wife wanted us to do. Because that was her voice. Picture of the house probably. Makes me think of The Room. Another good game, by the way. Great series of games, actually. I'm just angry that the last one they made is in VR only.
Help me.
Is it worth the struggle? Yeah. Am I supposed to... Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're helping the wife. We're helping the wife.
I'm useless. What have I become? My own body is a cage.
She must be referring to the accident of the fire.
Weak child is to be eaten, not nurtured.
No, rat lady. I refuse to listen to you.
Yourself an artist?
I believe in you. Please, I need you.
Well, one thing I've learned, Heathen, is
We'll
that
get
when
through
we're
this.
bad at something, we're usually really good at something else. So if you say you're bad at video games, then that means there's got to be something that I'm
Yes,
probably
things
bad
are
at that
better
you're
now.
really good at.
I think we can make this work. I really do.
Good. That's what we were supposed to do. That we were working on helping out the wife. Aw, why the eyes? Why that's creepy. Balancing the scales. It's her symbol.
Even though you are my rival and the source of all my sorrows, you're also the only one I can still talk to. The only one who will listen. I'm not sure if it's funny or merely pathetic. Probably both.
Oh, that's even more crazy with the if you consider that she's talking to a painting. She's talking to the painting of herself. Collection. I do like that picture. I'm not gonna lie, that particular piece of art is actually, I really like that. Really like that. But yeah, I'm supposed to get my players back today so we can actually, I've got, I've transferred, well, not all of them. I still have some to do, but, ooh, pardon me, stretch. I transferred their 5e characters, at least in core and concept, into DC 20.
Mimics. Knock. Knock.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to pick that up.
Not gonna let them in. Only clothes left behind.
But yeah, we're gonna do a quick run through. We're gonna see how DC20 works for them. I'm excited about it. I hope they're excited about it. Also, we're gonna do story catch-up time, which is why we scheduled it earlier than we normally do, with some barbecuing in there. We got a new grill that's a half wood pellet, half gas grill. And so we're just gonna barbecue some stuff. The only games that Grumpy are good at are the ones that you feed quarters to. You know, Grumpy, that's you kid. But like, if you put me in front of an 80s arcade game, I will I do not have the skill level for some of those like old school games. They can be very, very hard actually. Real commitment to a campaign there. What by what, I'm confused at what you're referring to specifically.
Hey there, princess. What? Oh, this is Daddy's medicine. Whenever Daddy's hurting, this helps the hurt go away. No, don't touch that. Oh God, Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Exactly. If you put less than 5 things on the screen and slow it down, then I'm okay. Converting all the characters and the setting to DC20. I mean, it wasn't hard. Even though the footage was cut a little bit for the Monza video, each character conversion only took like 30-45 minutes. And because of the way I'm doing it now, ever since, and you'll probably remember this, Grumpy, because you were there, but remember when I had that whole epiphany about using smaller self-contained adventures? It's like, all right, oh my gosh, you're gonna get me started, Grumpy, you're gonna get me started on a tangent. Okay, so you know how TV episodes, or shows, they'll take Supernatural as example because that was the last one I watched, like in 2015 or whatever. In the beginning, in like the first couple of seasons, typically what happens is that every episode is a self-contained episode, right? And then there's like and then by about season 3 usually, or something more, that's when you get some sort of like big bad that shows up that is the overarching arc for the whole season. And then by the time you get past season 3, there's usually this thing that happens where the plot is entire seasons at a time, not individual episodes at a time. So thinking of that as a context or frame of reference to the D&D campaign, right? Of like, I'm actually trying to walk it backwards. Powers of distraction. Oh yeah, no, Heathen's not wrong. Arcades, man. So using that as kind of the context for that, so walking backwards. So what I'm trying to do now is walk my campaign backwards into where each episode is like its own individual episode. I have more fun. My players have more fun. It allows a lot more room for creativity. It allows me to pivot. I might have an idea in my head of, oh, they're going to go here. In fact, case in point, what they're going to go do now. So in the last session we did, which was the first of the episodic style. No, the last one was the second one. So on the first one we did, they got a piece of paper with a deed. They got a deed to a piece of land on it. And I had in my head, I had it all planned out. I had a whole episode written out like, oh, this is where that deed goes. This is what the land looks like, blah, 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 blah. And then fast forward to today, because of course back then I didn't know about DC20. Fast forward to today, and I'm like, okay, what's a little DC one-shot I can do real quick with them that doesn't require if they want to rebuild their characters, fantastic. But for the very, very first run, I'm just gonna I converted their characters for them, just so that we could get into combat, get into a one-shot, get into it and try it, and then if we like it and stick with it, which that's what I'm hoping for, then they can rebuild their characters themselves with all of the mechanics taking as long as they want. So the entire, like, where they're, because the whole idea behind the deed of land is that it's their base and they got to go find it and clear it out, but it's going to be their new base, right? And so oh, there's red down there. The like where it was located and the NPCs surrounding it completely changed, because I was trying to write like a DC one shot and I was like, oh, how about this, how about this, how about this? Wow, that sounds remarkably similar to what I was going to do for this other thing over here. Why don't I just combine those two things? So now instead of like, say like a swamp, it's in the middle of a city or something like that. And then instead of like a murder mystery, I had a whole murder mystery thing where there was all these clues for them to find. I kind of wheedled back on the clues a little bit. A lot of them are still there and there's still a bit of a mystery there, but the mystery isn't the center point anymore, clearing out the houses. And so it's kind of like, it shifted and changed, but I had the freedom to do that because of the episodic format. So that episodic format, I think, also lends to, all I had to do was swap out because see, to me, character sheets are just a number on a page. To me, 5e is just the number. There's nothing that specifically ties my campaign to 5e or DC20 or anything like that, because the world and the setup and who they are and what they are like, their characters are their characters, which is independent from their stat blocks, I think is how I see it. So literally I just had a new sheet with new stat blocks that were in the spirit of the original characters, and then then we just keep playing from there. So it's not much of a effort or commitment really, and it really didn't take that long. Well, the thing that made me nervous, there's so much about the Monza video that had me sweating bullets. I'm not gonna lie, the whole thing was just stressful. I can't even. But one of the many different things that I went through with that was there are creators out there who their whole deal is making super beefy builds, right? And that was not the point of the Monza video. Like, I'm not here trying to sell you this build as like, this is an uber powerful build and this is mechanically, I'm not a min-maxer per se. I'm a gamer. All gamers are going to optimize to a certain degree to not, all gamers are going to kind of optimize. Like that's what we do. That is a game, right? But I'm not like a crazy, like, super, some of the builds for 5e get way ridiculous. And that wasn't the Monza build, but I was concerned that if I didn't set it up just right, that people would get that impression. And it's like, no, this is not like some sort of super destroyer DM's life build or anything like that. This is just my character, my Monza, who has existed in my head for much longer than DC20, in this particular system. So I hope that came across. And it was also supposed to be pseudo tutorial walkthrough, but like not really, because again, I don't know that I'm really necessarily like, if you wanted a true tutorial, then go watch the character creation video that Dungeon Coach himself popped up. But this could function as a kind of tutorial, but it was also supposed to highlight, there's only like 2 places where I made heavy cuts. There's a bunch of other places where I made little cuts where I just cut out me going, because I hate that, but I do it all the time. But case in point. But the majority, I mean, the original footage uncut was only 45 minutes and the finished video was 30 minutes. So like, yes, there was a bunch of cuts of me going, and there were like 1 or 2 unimportant side tangents. That's like, no, this is a total side tangent, like me right now. Yeah, power builds. Yeah. I don't like power builds. It's fun to optimize. Don't get me wrong, it's fun to optimize. And I love when a system sets itself up to optimize in a way that people like, that it's approachable for like people like me, because I'm not like a min-maxer. I don't go crazy with it. I don't spend hours poring over the books and every little details, right? But I do enjoy some optimization. I do enjoy sitting there thinking to myself, well, if I put all my points in agility and some level of optimization. But yeah, anyways, I was sweating bullets over that video because it's like, well, it's not a superpower build, so it doesn't fill that niche, and it's not quite like a full proper tutorial because I kind of skip bits here and there, but it's pseudo. I was just sweating bullets left and right, and that what I just described was like one of 20 of all of the different things that was going through my mind and all of the other things I've been putting up with. Like, when I say it was stressful, even if it's some of it's in my own head, it was very, very stressful. Let's see. OSE Cleric has 4 Strength, 4 Intelligence, 15 Wisdom, 7 Dex, 11 Con, and 8 Charisma. Magic User has a Con so low I can only get 1 or 2 HPs per level. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that HP is like set. And there's so much stuff I love about DC20. It's literally like, it's 5e with all the sort of crap, sanded off, if you will. And then stained and finished with Pathfinder, stain, finish, and lacquer. You know what I mean? It's like we took this piece of wood. It's a solid piece of wood. No one's saying it's bad. It's a solid, great piece of wood, no knots, that kind of thing, but it's just raw wood. So, or that's what it feels like. It's just this chunk of wood. So we sanded it down and then we stained it, we finished it, a lacquer, let it cure, and then ta-da, now we have DC20. So and if that analogy seemed to come out of the blue, I work in a furniture shop now. So okay, I tangented for long enough. I am so sorry about that to anyone who's watching after the fact. Obviously, I'm prone to tangents, but... Okay, so this is like the... Oh, man. Wait. Yeah, I don't know. That felt like different. That one, I don't know, that was weird. Does she normally like pop up like that? I guess she doesn't really pop up like that. Okay, now what am I supposed to do? I can't go upstairs. So I'm supposed to go over here. I'm caught up on something. I'm gonna be just killing her over and over again, aren't I? At least I can see what I'm doing this time. And then I'll have to catch up on the chat from that tirade here in a second. Yeah, that's new. By the way, she is new. This whole thing about me having to like kill her and me being able to die, totally new, did not exist in the original game whatsoever. I went into the kitchen, but I didn't see anything to interact with, so I'm not rightly sure what I was supposed to do in there. I blame Slan and his powers of distraction. Every time. Alright, can I shut this? Or is she gonna break through that door? Music is still playing, but as we've learned last time, we can shut the door and still... Oh, no, she's gonna break through the door. Okay. She watched She-Hulk and got inspired, I guess. Am I supposed to go? What happens if I go into the daughter's room? I'm genuinely curious. There's a thingy to burn in here. I can't tell if she's like following me into the room or anything. Wait, does this mean there's like memories to burn in all the rooms? Wait a minute. Can I help you? Okay, no. Do I burn by burning the memories? I'm like burning your power away. Is there a memory in here? Yeah. Yeah, I would dare say Oh gosh.
You came back for me.
I did come back for you, but I couldn't do anything about it. I was not expecting her to be there. Like, I just turned around and it was just poof. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Halfway through that video, and while I might not learn everything about building a DC character from it, I get a good feel from it. Oh, good, Grumpy. From what I've seen of DC 20, it doesn't seem as easy to break your character. That's been my impression so far. Okay, Heathen. So you did the same thing I did, where you... what I did was I did a practice round on 2 of my players' characters, just converting them over to DC. Because like when I got the 2014 5e, it's funny how much I'm a fan of 5e, but the whole way that I got 5e is one of my players at the time, because we were 3.5, walked into a game shop and was like, hey, I saw this and it said Dungeons and Dragons and I thought of you. Here you go, DM. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so sweet. Let me take a look at it. And it said Player's Handbook. And I'm like, weird, I already have a Player's Handbook. Because for me at the time, the concept of D&D editions was a completely foreign concept. I had no idea. And that was the 2014 Player's Handbook. I was just sitting there holding it in my hand. So I just sat there and I started flipping through it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is amazing, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to build a monk. And so I built a monk named Monta. And, or tried to, and that was my way of learning the system. Like, I didn't sit and read the Player's Handbook like a novel. I can't do that. So the first thing I do is build a character, and then as I go about building the character, it's like, okay, so I'm building this character. Here's agility. Well, I need skill points. Okay, how do I get skill points? Go to the skills section. Oh, okay, this is how skill points work. I get it. Okay, now I pick my skill points. So I discover each mechanic as it works, as I'm building my character, so to speak. So I did the Kenku, which I did as a Beastborn ancestry, and just gave him unique traits. And the best part that I love about DC 20, and I don't know if this is like a tism of mine or something, but all it took was like looking at the character sheet and the outline and then watching like 2 of Coach's videos, and I'm like, I get it. I don't know why, but something about the system just like, it just clicked. And I'm like, oh, I get it. I understand this. And because of that, I feel comfortable tweaking certain parts of it. Which is why in some of the responses to the comments on my other videos, I say things like, there was one response to one comment. I said, the best part about this system is how much you can tweak it. Because people were concerned about the initiative system, which I love, or at least I love the idea of. But the way I see it is like, okay, so you don't like that initiative system? Just roll awareness. Boom, done. Everybody rolls the same roll. If that's what you want to do that. Or everybody roll attack check. Just pick whatever you want, really, and base that makes sense to you, and roll initiative based off that. Or do you still hate the idea of rolling for initiative? Okay, just pick the player team first automatically every time if you want, or flip a coin, or whatever method you choose to determine, and then player monster player. I still think you should do player monster player monster. I think that I tried that in a solo. I did 2 characters and a mimic, and that was like, I needed to, even if they want to go back to 5e, which I hope they don't, but even if I get outvoted, and they kind of do, I'm still going to do character monster, because that's just brilliant. So it's like, I mean, there's so much that you could just tweak or do whatever you want with, it's modular. It's in its component parts. And I can't remember because Diablo 3 came out. Oh no, Diablo 3 came out before that, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Diablo 3 came... So I guess Monsa as a monk in Diablo 3 technically came first. But... because that would have been the actual origin point. I tend to make characters, and then I tend to just play that character in multiple games.
I should be happy. Why am I not happy? I have a beautiful daughter. I think she is. I know she is. So why can't I look at her without feeling sick? I used to have a loving husband. Wonderful, sensitive. Now, all I see is this strange man who only cares about his paintings. Like they matter at all. It's all so pointless. Music used to help. Doesn't anymore.
You know, I can't help but notice the writing on that paper. So that handwriting, that's before the fire. Because all of her handwriting after the fire is super scribbly because she has like the nerve damage and such. But look at that note. That was written before the fire. So there were problems, like big problems, before the fire incident. Right, so now we're back in the house again. Oh yeah, here, okay, I get it. We have to go this way. And then we have to find whatever's in here. We have to burn it. I know I don't like have to like wait for her to come to me, but like I do because then I know where she is. She's gonna reform behind me, isn't she? Okay, so I followed the paintings, I went into the kitchen, I destroyed the thing in the kitchen. Now I need to go here. There we go, door automatically. Now I hope the game still counted my... Because I turned around and went for her the first time. Yeah, I do. I have a soft spot in my heart for monks, Grumpy. I really do. Yeah, and I have oh my gosh, I have like 3 scripts typed up. It's like I have more ideas than I have editing capabilities at this point. And time. Oh my goodness, time. But I do have a whole thing that was all typed up, and I was going to release a video about it just to make it more easy to, not bury here in the middle of a stream, but I had a response to the whole, because I watched the 2024 Player's Handbook trailer thingamajigger with Crawford and Perkins. I did a watch party with One Shot Questers. Well, I mean, I didn't do it, but I was there in the chat. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, the 2024 D&D stuff looks real good. Like, I'm excited about it. I'll probably pick it up. I know, truly, like, it looks super good. And for, like, when the watch party first started, I was really cynical. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm officially done with D&D at this point. But then they started talking about it, and I was like, okay, you're selling me on it. Okay. And by the end of it, I was like, dude, I'm not going to pre-order, but I so would pre-order, but I'm not going to pre-order. But, they look really good, and I'm really excited, and then there was that voice in my head that goes, so are you going to do 2024, or are you going to do DC 20? Because I have, like, one group, one table, so I kind of need to pick, like, something, at least for the, like, the main or whatever. And I thought about it, and I was like, as awesome as 2024 looks, and I do want to pick it up and maybe run, like, little solo adventures in it for me or something. At the same time, there are core things that DC 20 does that I don't think, it's like, I don't think I could go back from that, like the AP system. I heard Crawford say that potions are a bonus action now, which everyone got all excited because that's a selling point. Like, oh, potions are just a bonus action now. But look one layer beyond that, and the fact that he says that means that there are bonus actions, which means they have movement, action, bonus, reaction still, as opposed to the AP system in DC 20. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, your background, you pick your background, and then you can have additional stat points to spend on stats, so you can really choose and build a custom character. Okay, cool. But that means we still have 6 stats and likely 6 modifiers, which is a strange relationship. We really don't need the stats modifier thing. But also, I seriously doubt that they're going to have anything mechanically like the prime modifier. I seriously doubt that they're going to have, like, where I can make a charisma-based monk, an agility-based monk, a might-based monk, not without the, subclasses. Now, if you had a subclass of monk that specialized in, settling fights with people and had certain features to where charisma was an advantage, sure, you could have a charisma-based monk, but that means you're also wedged into that subclass. You can't just flat have a monk who has a high charisma, play it like that, done. Whereas the way DC20 is built is like, here's your stats, here's your class, you pick one, they're divorced from each other. So I could have a highly charisma-based monk with a huge mental defense. I'd have a little bit lower physical defense, but, you know, that would be my choice, which is the other side of that coin, where just because the stats are divorced from the class doesn't mean they're meaningless. You know, I've seen other people say that they're concerned that the prime modifier means, you know, what's the point? There's nothing to min-max. Well, there is, but you get to choose what that looks like. Do you want a high AC, or do you want a lower AC but higher HP? Because there's a difference, you know. And do you want a higher MP? Are you going to, you know, and then how does that all play into what your people, this is what I was talking about when I was so excited about the party composition part. See, in 5e, and I'm pretty sure in 5.5e, it's going to be like some of these builds and some of these classes and characters are like, dude, they could solo by themselves. They don't need a party. You know what I mean? Some, you know, they're so focused on fulfilling the fantasy of the player that sometimes it kind of feels like that they're forgetting that there's 3 other people there. And the way, and this is not even, I mean, of course, it really comes down to GM and party composition and, you know, the people, but like the way that the DC20 system, like the mechanics, the numbers of it operate, it makes me feel like you're encouraged to like, okay, my character has a really high MD. Who's the tank? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I deal a lot of damage in spells, but like, I can't take any hits. Like there's weaknesses that your character has mechanically that's like, you could, I feel like it encourages teamwork, and then you combine that, you bundle that all together with the AP system. You're not just functioning as a team in terms of your builds, but then you're functioning as a team in how you use those builds. Oh, I'm going to spend an action point and I'm going to go cast this spell. Okay, I'm going to take my reaction and I'm going to prevent my caster from taking damage. Okay, caster continues turn. I'm going to take 2 more action points to beef up this other spell and slow that guy down. Like the dynamic there is just something that I don't think 5.5 is going to be able to accomplish with the, you know. So I'm excited about it. I can't wait to like put it in front of people, because I can hypothesize about it all day long, and I can run solo combat all day long. But even my 5e solo combat is like worlds better than combat at the table with players. You know, so it's like that's going to be the real test right there. Let's see. So let's catch up on chat here. Sorry. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not able to go to cons or anything like that, Grumpy. So I'm stuck in my little house. A gaming string is an excellent opportunity to tangent. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kent, RIP. Thank you so much. One, for stopping by, but also for saying that. It makes me feel a little better. It sounds like it makes it easier to play various tropes of a given class without having all these subclasses. Yeah, but the DC20 does have subclasses. I admit, when I did the little mimic fight, so first of all, and did I mention this in no, I mentioned this in a script I recorded and have not edited yet. But one of my favorite things, and I don't know if anyone else has really mentioned this or talked about this, is creating a monster. Like, I'm sitting here like, okay, I want to run a practice combat. Great. I don't have a monster manual. How do I do this? Oh, look, and then so I go to the case. Oh, look, there's a monster guide. Okay, what does the monster guide say? Do you have a couple? Because the alpha is only for level 1 and 2, basically. So I was like, maybe the monster guide is just a mini monster manual for level 1 and 2. So I open it up and I'm like, oh, okay. It's basically just, here's base stats for a low, medium, and high for levels 1 and 2. You should probably add some features. Here's what a legendary 8 action point is, or an LAP. And here's some guides. Okay, there you go. That was the monster guide. It was like how to build a monster, not example monsters for you to just pick up and plonk down. And I was sitting there like, how about you walk into a room and there's 4 chairs and you're smiling, charismatic, but clearly something is up with him host smiles at you charmingly and says, please take a seat. And you look across the room and you see 4 chairs backed by a massive fireplace. And you got to pick one of those chairs. And my head instantly went, oh God, one of the chairs has to be a mimic. And they have to pick, like, only one of them is a mimic. That's where my head went with that. So briefly taken by that image and inspiration, I decided that, okay, I guess I'm going to make a mimic. And so then I was like, okay, well, let's see. Let's look at the base stats. Well, a mimic is a pretty medium monster. It's not a super hard monster. It's not a super easy monster. It's a pretty medium monster. I'm going to use these stats, but I'm going to add like this feature and this feature because that's something a mimic would have. And then I'm going to like lower their, you know, they hit hard and they move fast, let's say, but they don't like have a lot of health necessarily. So I made like one number tweaks here and there. And then I took the 2 characters I had converted, which was a sorcerer and a rogue. And it was fantastic because what ended up happening is via the magic of magic. I mean, come on, casting spells, like stop and think about that. Casting spells. That's crazy. If you saw somebody casting a fireball IRL, you'd be mind blown, right? So they got an RPG launcher, you know, in their fingertips. So the sorcerer ended up drawing the attention via spell, but the sorcerer only had 5 HP. So they're like, ah, snap. And the mimic moves really fast. So they're like, I shoot, you know, big scary magic, because a sorcerer would totally have a false sense of security. You know, someone who can cast magic is going to be very like, psh, I have magic. I can take care of you, no problem. And so then the mimic rushes them and then in their heads are like, oh, snap. And then the rogue comes up behind and is like, condition plus extra damage because condition, another condition, you know. And so the rogue felt like a rogue and the sorcerer felt like a sorcerer. It was like, haha, take lots of damage. Oh, snap, it's not dead yet. Oh, snap, it almost killed me in one hit. Like it just, the whole thing felt fun. And it was just me sitting at my desk, you know, but the whole thing felt, it was so fun. Let's see. Go over to Ye Old Geeks Discard, play every Saturday. There's some Call of Cthulhu, and someone is starting an ACK. I'm not sure what ACK is necessarily, but that's okay. Forgive my ignorance, but some of the acronyms, I'm not going to finish this game if I don't. Y'all need to stop getting me on tangents, and I should have gotten better coffee this morning.
What is taking so long? Open this fucking door. I need to go. Open up. Hell is... Oh, God. No. No, no, no. What have you done? No!
Wow, that went from 1 to 100 of me nerding out about TTRPGs to some very dark implications. That went from 100 to 0 real fast. But I'm guessing she locked herself in the bathroom, and yeah, because he couldn't get in, and then he opens the door and he says, no, 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 no. And I'm guessing we know what happened there.
I finally figured it out, and it's all thanks to you. You've showed me that there's no other way than that.
Oh.
Your sad smile confirms what should have been obvious. We will not speak again.
Yeah, I agree, Heathen. There's no teamwork in D&D unless the group adds it. And, well, and see, I feel a little bit strange because there's a lot of people that were shitting on 5e that I don't think, like, 5e is not like a bad system. It's just that now we have better systems, if that makes sense. It's like a PB&J is still good. We love PB&Js, but, you know, it's just bread, peanut butter, and jelly versus, like, you know, some sort of elaborately cooked meal. I guess I have a thing for analogies. I don't know. I should have gotten regular, better coffee this morning. Thank you for putting up with my tangents all morning, guys. Oh, I heard her voice. Oh, so he's trying to, like, go deeper because... He's trying to, like, go deeper because he heard his voice. And the sad piano music because of the subject matter, of course. Which is not something I'll ever make light of. Good on the powers of distraction. Grumpy, are you teaching your ways of distraction to other people?
Finally, someone had to bear witness. I couldn't just look at
Bear
my
witness.
own work. Art. and
Oh,
the
I just
artist
noticed what's in the
needed
jar.
An audience.
Ugh.
A critical eye on things. I knew what I had to do. I gouged it. Scooped it up like ice cream. Felt like a butcher. A monster.
'Cause you are.
Come something beautiful from all this filth.
So wait. Every time we end a chapter, we pick up a body part. So the thought was that, like, oh, he murdered his wife. He finally lost it, grew totally insane. But the court documents that we found insinuate that his wife died and then he lost his daughter. And the situation we just found with the knife and that dialogue tells me that the wife, you know, chose a different path herself. Whoa. Oh. Oh, okay. There's paintings missing. Do we need to, like, go around and find them now? Because this is normally, like, the hub world. Yeah, no, this is, like, the hub world. This is different. Because normally, that didn't... Well, there's a bunch of stuff that's different. Oh, is this the, like, can we go through this door now? Strange door?
I think I should be happy.
Oh no, we picked
Why
up.
am I not happy?
That door
I
is
have
still
a
on.
beautiful daughter. I think she is. I know she is. So why can't I look at her without feeling sick? I used to have a loving husband.
The
Wonderful.
thought alone that
Oh,
this beautiful
bleh.
piece of art doesn't have my name on it is
Bleh.
killing me.
Oh! Is that the pieces we've been collecting? Those are the pieces we've been collecting. Oh, I should have been more diligent about collecting them, I guess. Okay, well. I feel like there's a whole nother, Okay, let's see. It's super nervous about making a monster, but I think I had the most fun doing that. Right? I'm with you. I'm with you. At first I was like, can I do that? So, because I started in 3.5, and in 3.5 there was a whole, like, chapter in the back of the book about, like, how to adjust and create monsters, and oh my god, it was like math. If you're like me and you don't like math and you just want something to snap and make sense, it was heck. I hated it. And it was like, oh, I can pick up, okay, I can put the paintings back. Okay, so we need to go around and find the paintings. But do we want to? Is that, like, pro-family ending? So yeah, I was because of that. I was, like, super nervous. I was like, can I do this? Am I gonna mess it up? You know, that kind of thing. And
I thought I broke all of them. Oh, we'll get you, you furry leeches.
And then
Get out of my
I
house.
made the mimic, and then I was like, well, I mean, according to this chart, it shouldn't be too imbalanced, right? And so then I put it into the combat. It was, but also making it was so much fun. So I made another one. I made a banshee because I'm super unoriginal. Let's see. Is his name Frankenstein by any chance? Let's see. Oh, wait, I bet back out doing that. 5e has a lot of good things in it. I've taken the idea of casting spells as rituals from it, although I'm taking... Yeah, I'm with you. The whole spells as rituals, but it only takes 10 minutes is like, well, why even have spell slots? Frankenstein is so cliche. I love to have a landing with a window bench like that. Not in a creepy house, though. If you can't tangent on your own stream, then when can one tangent? That's fair. That, you know, Heathen, you make a really good point. This is like my free time. This is why the streams are so relaxing and so much easier than the other stuff. That last video ended up what I would only describe as editor hell. For starters, and anyone who's done significant amounts of editing may, you know, sympathize with me on this, but midway through that, like, project, I ended up having to change editing software entirely. So that was like, and not just changing software, I went from, like, the equivalent of, like, Windows Movie Maker, like, click, 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 like any dummy could do it, to, like, DaVinci Resolve is what I ended up in. Like, I got it. Eventually I got, and once it clicked, and I was like, okay, I got this. But, oh man. There was like, this video was due out on my schedule 3 days ago, and I'm still like trying to get background music, and every little setback, it exacerbated everything. It made it to where like, I already felt like I was 3 days late, and so then it was like, I'm behind schedule, I'm super stressed, and then a clip went offline. So I had to go, you know, reestablish the connection between the clip and the editing software, and it was like every little setback was like, ah! I was losing my mind, man. Alright, I can't figure out the bit with it. I didn't see any other paintings around, so we're just gonna finish it. As the thing says, we're gonna finish it. Thanks, Kat. What? Wait, are we not allowed to like oh, okay, this is different. This must be why he's so angry to get himself to finish all the time. Oh, symbolism. Symbolism. What? It's the amazing system, but it's missing a lot that 5 is an amazing system, but it's missing a lot. Just don't start getting into sines, cosines, and it's like, oh my gosh. When I was younger, I actually did sine and cosine really well. I did geometry well. I couldn't, no, even algebra, actually. There was like a certain little chunk of time where, even though I tell everyone I'm bad at math, I actually did really well at that.
You left so quietly, secretly. When I realized it was too late.
Open your eyes.
Not nice, but okay. Ooh.
Do you see me?
And this is the only way I can go. Okay.
I tried to do my best. I tried. I did.
Fix it.
Okay. Is this gonna close on my face again? Yeah. This is starting to feel a lot like...
I tried to cope. I tried to be there for you both. How was I supposed to do it without something to calm my nerves?
Excuse me. Huh. Starting to feel a lot like Layers of Fear 2. Like this just suddenly took a deep dive into like what I would more liken to Layers of Fear 2, which when the original game came out, the original 2016 Layers of Fear was like really good, and I really liked it, and it was really cool, right? Bit esoteric, but you know, it was still really cool. And then Layers of Fear 2 came out, and I was just left sitting there going, what? I mean, it was something else, man. Me and Summer were just sitting there looking at each other going, what?
I remember the feeling of seeing it all falling apart, fighting the helplessness, and losing.
Fire, ash.
Take it back.
I'm not sure what her words there mean. Does she mean like... Go, we're going down more.
It doesn't matter.
Trig is easy. Yeah, giving the monster templates. Lots of space for DM is important. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. See, a lot of people liked 5e. 2014. It was good. Whoa. Whoa. Lens flare. Oh, God.
But we were happy for a while. It couldn't last when we had it. A short, sweet time together.
I could have done it. We could have been happy.
I feel like he's like talking to the spirit here. Like whoever's haunting. Okay, I just want to see if there was a door behind me. I feel like he's talking to the spirit of her. Like he's now he's going through the house, and it's like the end of the horror movie where they're like facing the whatever.
You can't remember.
And then meanwhile, Rat Lady, possessed Rat Lady, is like messing with him, being like an outside source, like a third party.
It was like a curse. Primal, angry, blind.
Since the accident.
Ever since the accident.
Devoured by forces out of our control.
I mean, the Rat Queen, there's a possessed painting involved. You guys should, sounds like you guys needed to go to couples therapy at least, but... Yeah, no, like 5e is a good game. Oh, this is pretty. If I had a hallway like this... Oh, I just realized something. I just put two and two together. So like I said, I have to, and it's because of my cat Mercury, but I have to like get up every hour to 2 hours. And when I was able to finally sleep, I slept real deep, and I was actually able to dream. And then I remember my dream, and my dream was like I had this massive mansion, like this huge house, but kind of like my mom moving to Cut Bank. I was like way in the middle of nowhere, kind of. And so it was kind of like I just realized that my brain was like taking influences from this game and like sticking, because our brain does that. It takes influences from what's going on around us and then smashes it together into like a processing, and that's oftentimes what our dreams are. Because yeah, my dream was literally me just wandering around this house, and there was like, I like commanded the house. There was like a wand, and then there was like a spirit of the previous owner that I had to like banish, but I didn't want to banish, but then it started like turning bad and evil, and then I had to. It was a really interesting dream. Oh, his child, that was him as a child, wasn't it? So not just beyond how he treated like his wife and daughter, but like what was his trauma? Wait. Picture of a young boy, water coming out from underneath. That was a Layers of Fear 2 reference.
What will you say about it? How will you end his story?
Well, I didn't have much to... I already did all the saying. I already made all the choices. I don't, like, get to make a final choice now. There's the eyeball. So these are all the body parts. So the only thing I can surmise, since we know how the wife passed away, is that these are all the bits from her corpse? Joy.
I used to hate you. I think, even now, I still might. I know how you must feel. Lost, alone, hopeless. You probably deserve it. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. You will never finish it.
Ouch. Did we get the bad ending? We're about to find out. And Grumpy's only got about 15 minutes left. Dang it.
Yes! That's it! It's beautiful.
After all I tried to do.
Perfect. Just like I always imagined. What is this? I don't understand. No. Stop it. Please. So close. This time. I almost had it.
Huh. Dang it. I super thought we were good enough. Yeah, dude needs to get out. You want to join us there? Might. I haven't decided what I gotta do. I haven't figured out what I gotta do for the rest of the day yet. I mean, I do have some house cleaning and stuff because we're gonna be barbecuing and catching up because we haven't seen each other for a while. And then, okay, so I still can't go through that one door. Being a lot of gameplay, mostly for downtime and things. I want to use the simulation rules and other systems. DC-20 for a lot of gameplay, and then it's mostly for downtime and other things. Oh, I think I see what you're saying there. Yeah, like basically grabbing bits from other games. Let's see, is the workshop over here? So what we got was essentially the wrists don't bend that way, I don't think. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what we got was basically the middle and ending. It was not the good ending. It was not the ending I was hoping for. I'm sad, Tori, now. And then we're back at the writer's story. Now, judging by the spider webs everywhere and the stuff everywhere and how dilapidated everything looks, I'm guessing that this is now the present. Because when we first started in the lighthouse, it was 10 years earlier. And so now we've this is probably the present. But I said I would do the painter story. Now there is DLC to the painter story, but my original goal was only to do the painter story, so I'm going to call it here. And then unless I see like a ton of comments or a ton of cries to finish it, finish it, that will probably be the end of Layers of Fear 2. It's the meh ending. I didn't know games had those. Yes. So the idea is that it's the infinity ending, where, as you can see, he says, "Oh, I was so close," and then he plunks the painting in a room that's filled with like a zillion other paintings, and then he goes back downstairs and he starts another one. So it's the infinite loop ending is what it is. The idea is that you're still stuck in the loop. You haven't broken out of the loop. So I may redo that again on my own time to try and get the good ending. But Yield Geek is an interesting guy, a bit grumpy himself a lot of the time, I think. Yield Geek, I've popped into the couple of their shit. They always stream when I'm at work, though. So even though I pop in from time to time, it's like, okay, but you're on my headphone on my phone over there in the corner while I'm still trying to, like, be at work. So, but Yield Geek and a little bit Bear too, and there's like this circle of people that I know on YouTube that are like the OG, like, you know, first, second edition, like they were around when I wasn't around, and they have knowledge of a part of D&D that I'm not privy to. And so I love dipping into those videos to like, and get their perspectives on things, because, you know, they were around when I wasn't around and they experienced a part of D&D. You know, there's a channel that I really, really like called We Love TTRPGs, Atten, and and I love how he takes this sort of perspective between the sort of old school players and new school players a lot of the time. And what was he saying? He was talking about, he said 4th edition is a great game. It's just not D&D. And I remember thinking, you know, that how interesting would it be to be someone who can have that take in the first place? Because to me, it's like, well, 4th edition is D&D, 5th edition is D&D, and 3.5 is still D&D. You know, like, it's all D&D. What the heck? And so there's these very different perspectives and these very different takes, because Atten's not the first person I've heard say that either. That, you know, like, oh, 4th edition is a fine game. It's not D&D. And it's like, okay, well, what do you define D&D as, you know, and how that definition has changed over the years, and just little things like that make their channels really interesting, because you just get this perspective that's like, I mean, I physically was not born yet. Like, I could not possibly have that perspective. On the same token, though, or on the flip side of that coin, I have a perspective that they don't have, which is someone who was brought in under these newer systems. And so my mindset and my perspective, and the perspective of DMs that have been doing it even less than I have, are different. They're unique. You know, I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that they're different, because you have people who never heard of the 80s, you know, might not have even heard of the cartoon or seen it. So it's kind of like they have this totally unique perspective of what D&D is. Yeah, time zones are definitely a thing. Can't RIP. My goal was to get the family ending, which is to break out of the loop. So my hope was to break out of the loop. Of course, that was one layer down, because we still have the writer's story going on here as a framing device for all of this. Which, yeah, I think she's been here a while at this point. Trying to deal with the rat lady. And these are the access to the different, these are the different DLCs, and then that's the Layers of Fear 2. More than a bit newfangled. It sounds like you'll have a good insight to share with DC20 players and enthusiasts. Most of them are a bit newfangled. Maybe. I mean, I certainly have my own little voice that I'm throwing into the pool, but my voice is one of many voices, right? I think I'm more bought into the hype train part of it. At least that's probably how it comes across. I'm just genuinely excited about the system. I don't even have the critiques of it that other channels have had. And to a degree, that's not necessarily a good thing, because when all you do is sit there and praise something like, oh yeah, I see no fault in it, it's like, okay, but you can't learn anything from that. So channels that are more critical of the system are possibly going to be more beneficial, because you're going to have a more critical perspective. Let's see. Young enough to be relatable, wise enough to know where to glean insight. Well, thank you, Kantar, RIP. I will take that as a compliment. Yeah, UK time zones, yeah. Yeah, I can catch some of my favorite streamers are all in the UK, but I can catch their streams because I'm up at what is 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning for me. You know what I mean? Like most people aren't up at that hour, willingly. Let's see. In the game right now, you're back at the beginning, so basically game over. So the way that this game works is the beginning of the game, you walk into a lighthouse and a character is talking to themselves. And this that you're seeing is that lighthouse. And the character you're playing is a writer. And then you won a contest. So you started with a short story and then you won a contest, and now they're going to like give you funding and resources and you're going to make a book. So you come in here and you sit down to start typing your book. And when you start typing, then the game fades to black and fades back in, and then you come into what's called the painter's story. The painter's story is just Layers of Fear 2016. That's all it is. And so what this is, so Layers of Fear 2023 is the first Layers of Fear, the DLC, and the second Layers of Fear all wrapped together in one game with a framing device, aka a story that diegetically explains the other stories of the writer. So the writer in the lighthouse sits down to start writing, and then you jump into the painter's story. And so by finishing, quote unquote, finishing the painter's story, or what was the original game, you pop back out into the you pop back out into the writer's story. Okay, let's see, how long is this? Pardon the black screen for a minute. In fact, is there anything I can like put on? Yeah, I can put that on. So let's see how. So this is Layers of Fear 2016, which I actually had originally planned. I didn't mention this before, so I apologize, Grumpy. But I had originally planned to do a much longer stream today, mostly because I want to play. I love chatting with people, and I always feel like I have to cut it. Like, especially last week because of the move, I had to cut it. And it's like, today I just want to play games, hang out with people, release the pressure that I've been under, because I've been under a lot of pressure from various sources, and I just want to have a good time. So your eyes are halfway to turning square. Well, hey, I appreciate, and I know Grumpy's got to go, but I appreciate all you guys. Heck, even if we fast forward to an hour from now and my chat is empty, I'm probably still going to be here, because like, I needed the break. I needed the break so bad, you guys. Okay, so now we're going to do this. Oh, they have a launcher. Excuse me. Sorry, I got to get through the launcher. All right. Oh, wow. And then it opened full screen, but it opened like halfway between my two monitors, and then it crashed. All right, let's go back over here so you guys can see what I'm dealing with. See what I mean? Like, it opened halfway through my monitors and then it like crashed. I need it to okay. By the way, for anyone who wants to know, Windows key, Shift, and one of the arrow keys will swap windows between monitors. Oh, dang, that original soundtrack, man. Where's my Layers of Fear? There it goes. So this is the original 2016 Layers of Fear. This is what we're all like used to. Oh yeah, look, and I see I have some playthroughs set up already. So this is what the rest of us experienced way back when. Oh my gosh, Kant. First of all, that's really crazy / impressive to me that you remembered what I said about where I work. I don't know why, but that genuinely just made me smile super hard right there. Also, it never even dawned on me to make the connection between Mimics and where I work, but that is hilarious and amazing. And now every dang day I go to work, I'm gonna be thinking of that. Oh my goodness. Actually, where I work, we get a lot of interesting. We have it in our storage container a 1700s chair right now. That work because we do restoration. Like that's what it is. Like people bring us broken stuff. And they do, and it's the only, where I live, it's the only upholstery and woodworking shop combined together in one. So we get some, there's a piano. In fact, Grumpy in particular, I know it's 7 and you gotta go. Hopefully, yes, actually that's a Subnautica wallpaper, Grumpy, but Grumpy might like this. There's a piano that we just finished. And the client told me that that piano did accompaniment for 1920s silent films played at a theater here. I mean, like earlier in town. So that's a 1920s silent films piano that we just restored. I mean, some of the pieces we get in, guys, are just like, I feel really happy to be working in that shop. It's really cool. Not 100% about what period that is. I was just told that it was a 1700s chair, which is crazy to think about. The hotkeys, those are Windows hotkeys. Yep. So when I say Windows button, I think on a Mac it's like Command. Because Mac keyboards and Windows keyboards are actually the same. They just changed the names. But it's in between Control and Alt, and it's called the Windows key. So, and there's a lot of keyboard shortcuts that are really handy to have. So it's Windows Shift. And then, so and you have to have that program be highlighted, be active. So click on the window or the screen or whatever, activate that program. And then if you like, it'll probably look the same to you guys, but you can hit that button and what it'll do is if you hit Windows Shift left and you have 2 monitors, it'll move that program to the left monitor. If you hit Windows Shift right arrow, it'll move that program to the right arrow. Not that I'm aware of. I think he only has the one channel. See, and we've gone through, like, there was a one point where I had like double the viewers, and then now I have half of that, and I'm like, oh, they heard me ranting, and then they all left.
Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But
It was King
you,
George.
there is still a way to bring it all back. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. Finish it.
Okay, so if you go back and watch my streams, you'll recognize that line, that piece. There's a bit where we're playing in the like first or second stream where the writer sits down to start typing, and then you see that sequence. So in Layers of Fear 2023, that's the transition from the framing device into the first game. But when in 2016, when this came out, this just was the game. There was no lighthouse, there was no writer, there was no rat queen yet. This was literally just what we got in 2016. These were the graphics. As you can see, it's a little less graphically intense. You know, I don't have the hand holding the object. I just spin the object around. I do need to Is it under control? Yeah, I do need to increase the sensitivity somewhat because holy crap, guys. And see the little arrow? That's in order to open doors. Every time you see me open a door, what I'm doing is I'm holding down the mouse button and then I'm actually swinging my mouse back and forth, just FYI. And that piano music will haunt me until the day I die, I swear. So we'll give you guys a good look around. But yeah, I love 2016. This is the only horror game I've ever, like, willingly played. So, and I don't count the 2023 version because it's just the same game, but 2023. So you can turn off the faucets in that one. There's the note about the leg. But there's so many set pieces that I honestly think were better done in, whoa, there's a lot of traps. There's a lot of set pieces that I thought were better done in this version of the game. And like the screen doing the thing that it's doing from his limp, you don't get that in 2023, but yeah, the screen is like tilting as he limps. I didn't see what that was. I heard a crash, but I didn't see what it was. Also, when the original Layers of Fear came out, we didn't have any kind of context for the rat lady. Like, that whole story about the existence of... That's the original Babyface. I don't know this. Oh, right click. That's the zoom in button. I feel like the original Babyface is actually more scary than the remastered version. The original, like, paintings. I love that one. So these are all the same. You know, you probably recognize those. But you can tell the graphics are kind of very different. Oh, and then also I'll show you, since I'm in here, I want to take a look. Oh, there was a door down here. There was a door here. Oh, wow. I never realized that there actually was a door there. And then here's the bedroom. You know, all put together, all nice. That's that music I was talking about. Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and I must declare I stepped right on her toe. Wrath of the Oblivion campaign. Or Wraith the Oblivion? Question mark? Wraith the head tilt? Wraith of the Oblivion? It don't like me. Okay. For real though, that's making me a little seasick. Can we... Jumping all around, jumping all around. Okay, I guess not. I guess that we're just... Paintings? Paintings? Oh, and then you guys will get to hear the zing. You'll get to hear the zing. The infamous zing that I'm like every time. So in the original game, every time you touch the painting, you get this terrifying sound effect that they took away in the remaster. Are you ready? Are you ready? Hold on. Let me turn the sound up. Let me turn the sound up just a little bit. Prepare yourselves. Ta-da! I know it doesn't seem like much, but having at least that zing there, as opposed to having that zing there as opposed to just silence, as opposed to just a light whoosh of a brush, I thought was way scarier. So then the cool part about this game is we just went through that house. Some of us spent hours in that house, and then we opened the door, and then it's just this hallway. And you're like, the first time you play this game, you're like, wait, what? Wait, what? But you see what I mean about how normal the hallway looks? Like, look at these rooms. Look at this hallway. Look at the chair. That's the wife's rocking chair. That's the representation of the wife. Just out of reach. Ooh. Jump. See, in the original game, I feel like there was a subtlety to it. Like, you're in a normal room. You just went down a normal hall, relatively normal hall. And then, like, you open the door and, like, wait, what? So it was a lot more unsettling because you're not understanding what's going on. You're not, you know, you're just... Oh. Maybe that one was always whole. Usually their names and their faces are always going in circles. Okay. So there's this room, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, and then there's the bookshelf. I recognize this now after playing the remaster. Okay, that's the wedding invitation. Chest. Wait. Whoop. Whisper. How do I don't know that. Oh, candles. Candles. So you guys might, if you were part of the first stream, you might recognize that influence of where there was a room we were in and then the paintings melted and then we got the numbers. 854. Have to manually and then like that was the thing, the whispering items would like do that where they would kind of vanish and twitch and does that not, so that was that. Whoop. There we go. The audio suddenly went away. My bad. So, like, to me, the beginning of this version was just way more creepy than the 2016 or the 2023 version, because the 2023 version kind of started in with a special effects really quickly, like blood dripping out of the deer's mouth. All right. We'll see you later, Kandar IP. We'll see you later. And I think we lost Grumpy too, so woohoo! We'll catch you guys later. Catch you guys next week. But yeah. So to anyone catching after the fact, / anyone looking, that this is what I was talking about when I was saying that I preferred the original in terms of like the subtlety that allowed building of, because they're just normal hallways. You don't, you know, you're aware you're in a horror game and it's a little bit odd, but like, whoop. You know, that kind of stuff. So, all right, we'll call it here. As far as that goes, we don't need to play more Layers of Fear. We already played Layers of Fear. Okay, fun time. So anyways, so what time is it? 7:12. I did want to start a new game today, but it is late to you could do, I haven't done Pow World in a while. Or Riddle or any of the others. Haven't started Dungeons 3 yet either. See, there's so many games to play. So many games to play. So I wanted to stick around and keep playing games today, but I tell you what, I'll probably go ahead and call it here. It is about the time I would normally finish anyways. It's been a long stream. I always have intentions of going longer and then I never do. One of these days I will actually do a longer stream. But in the meantime, yeah, the guys, eyeballs. So yeah, we'll call it there. But if anyone has any thoughts on what they want to see next, my initial plan was Subnautica Below Zero, because I started this whole thing with Subnautica. I knew I was going to get to Below Zero eventually, so it was about time. It was about time. In fact, that's what this background is. This background is the Sea Empress from Subnautica. In the meantime, enjoy your TTRPGs, enjoy your games, live long and prosper, and we'll catch all of you guys later.